Was raised by the wolves, came up with the goblins. If we catch you lacking, we most likely robbing. Chest out, ain't nobody sobbing. If you got a problem, that's math that we solving. Yeah. Limit cars, bent bars with bricks. Young boys in the jungle with sticks. Not afraid to light it up like a big. This only have it get realer than this. Wearing hoodies like straight jackets. Only real, but we hate acting. How it is when you made ratchet. No talk,
Crazy,
but we
crazy,
out
crazy,
at
crazy. Living in the jungle made us crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy.
But don't you ever call me crazy.
Crazy, 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 crazy.
Okay. I see that.
They can hear you.
Yeah. That's when I switched. Maybe.
I'm saying acknowledge
Yeah.
that they can hear you.
I'm aware.
Yo, what's up, people?
Thank you. You were still mumbling.
Now, what was you talking about?
In the group. About when we posted the song.
We'll talk about that later. Cause he the after you know who, he the next one on.
There we go.
We good?
Yes.
Well, come on.
Go ahead without me.
Hold on, they saying we frozen.
We're not frozen anymore. They're delayed.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Man, no matter what I dress
Hey,
in,
turn
I
it
still
off.
look like boo-boo garbage.
That's not true.
Don't make no fucking sense. I'm sorry, everybody, for coming in boo-boo garbage. I tried. I got a round face right now.
I mean, you got a circle head.
Hey.
It's okay. You got the same head as my dad, and I'll talk shit to him about it.
That don't mean you can talk shit to me about it.
Your brother and that nigga got circle ass head.
Hey, KJ, it's nice for you to come in and join us today.
Hey, how's it going? I'm late to the show. I
Yeah.
just pulled in, actually.
Finally show up to do your fucking job, nigga.
Hey, get that light over there. Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Late Night Bullshit. It's your boy, Virgil.
KJ.
Omega Melodies.
And, of course, we thank y'all again for coming in, as always, on this fine, lovely Sunday night. I hope everybody got their
It's
Holy
Sunday?
Ghost is fit. Yeah.
See, bro, that's the bad part about being an adult sometimes. Is I lose track of the days. I don't even remember my day off.
Imagine being an adult that ain't working.
Okay, makes sense.
Imagine how much of your days get lost then.
Nigga.
I believe you.
Lies.
That
No,
entire
I'm
month
fucking
and-
lying.
That entire
Oh,
month
he
and a
lied.
half.
I'm
Lies.
fucking lying, bro. It is like my days go on forever. It's like I can't forget what day it is. That's what it's really like.
Today's
Fuck
still
that.
Sunday?
Bro,
It's still Sunday?
That month and a half I had without a job, shit just blended together. It blurred. I was just waking up, fuck it, I'm going to sleep. Ain't shit to do. Let the damn dogs out, walk the dogs
Ain't
out.
here.
And what am I going to do? I have shit else to do.
Are we lagging?
I mean, I'm sitting here looking at it. And it ain't lagging.
They said it's still lagging?
No. She asked if we were lagging, and I said no. Aphrodite, it's like you need to get your Wi-Fi checked.
Yeah.
Now, if you do
Google
got
Wi-Fi.
Xfinity, they do have outages today.
Do they really?
Yeah,
I haven't had no issue.
me neither, but that's what they said. April said y'all all kind of match. No, we don't. He didn't get the memo. Me and Theo match. Because, you know, we care.
Gang, gang. Gang, bang.
I had like, what, you gonna find something red to put it? That's not gonna make it. That's not gonna make you match anymore. The color is red. Red. Okay, I see.
Oh, okay. I see
I
what
see
you're
what
doing.
you're doing. Okay.
I'll be damned if y'all do this. I'll be damned. Oh my God, nigga, this is a dress on me. Why this thing so damn big?
Oh, so
It's a
you
jacket?
calling your brother a big ass nigga?
It's also a jacket.
You calling him fat as fuck, huh?
Aphrodite said it sounds like I need to pay her bill. No, it sounds like you just need to get your money up.
No, she can pay that damn bill.
It sounds like she need to pay her bill.
No, hold on, man. Let me tell y'all something. I went 3 years without phone service, and I was fine.
That is
But
all.
that is an
You also
expense,
had good
huh?
Wi-Fi.
But no Wi-Fi service?
No, I had Wi-Fi.
That's what we talking about. We talking about
Exactly.
Wi-Fi.
The fact that you
Now, she might
navigated
need to
life
turn.
smooth as shit
Bro, I don't know.
without a phone.
Well, he still acting like
I
nigga,
took my hat.
he still lives like he doesn't have phone service.
It's
He calls
ingrained
through
in him.
Facebook Messenger,
That's
messages through
it.
Facebook Messenger, and that's it.
Yo, when his number pop up on my phone, it's like, the fuck is this?
When
shit.
I really need to get to you guys, I call you through my cell phone so that you know.
Because I will not answer on Facebook. I specifically ignore you on Facebook. This nigga gonna come.
I know it's something.
And the wildest thing be, I won't call him.
He
I
won't.
call him.
He won't. And the next thing you know, he gonna say I ignored him. You damn right. Call me on my phone.
I know it's something serious if you call through your cell phone. If it's Facebook,
For real, y'all.
Yeah.
Honestly, bro, if any of y'all are having money issues and you looking for an expense that
Cut the
just
cell phone
gotta
bill.
go, cut the cell
the cell
phone
phone.
bill. It's literally the
Continue
least
that.
important thing.
Nah.
If you
I
can
just
have,
want
if
phone
you
bill.
have Xfinity, right, you can completely get rid of your cell phone bill. Completely. Because you got the roaming Wi-Fi that's all over the place. It's in every state. You don't go to a state that don't got Xfinity Wi-Fi every like 5 miles,
That's
bro.
true.
Then,
I hate when I rap.
if you got Wi-Fi at home, right? Secondly, most of y'all ain't got super important people calling you. You really only talking to the same 6 or 7 people all the time.
I mean, if we are being
Never
100%.
And then, lastly, you can get a fake phone number and call through Wi-Fi if
Nigga,
it's
Text
job related.
Now app. The
Text now,
app.
like, come on, man. You do not need to have a cell. Now,
So,
I
yo,
have my cell phone is on.
So the expense you cut for an extended period of time was your phone bill. My expense that I cut for all of college was
Electricity.
car insurance.
my electricity and car insurance.
Boy, you right. That is the first time I've ever heard of anybody paying for electric like by the day or something.
He paid. Okay,
Like I'll
so
put $10 on this electric
so,
account, that'll last.
if you don't know, I don't know if it's in St. Louis. I'm pretty sure they don't do this in St. Louis. But in Murfreesboro, they also do this
They do?
for some places. Like at the V, that it works that way.
He like that.
But they might not anymore because they changed the cell phone.
let me put $20 on my electric. real
The
quick.
network company. So
I
here,
have too much shit
you
running
can
down.
pay by the day or by the week. Like it literally, you have an app. You say you put $100 on it at the beginning of your month, and then by like week 4 day 26, you at 36 cents, and it's telling you need to pay. All you gotta do is take your card out, put it in, and say you want to add $30 more, and you'll have electricity up until your $30 is up, and then so on and so forth. So this nigga here literally lived in darkness. He didn't turn no lights on. He didn't watch TV. He was barely charging his. I think charging your phone might have been the only thing you was up in there doing.
Like, he
Like,
probably went over to someone else's house to do that.
like
Like if he has to come over your house, that's probably why.
Look, I had to do what I had to do. I mean, shit.
No, you didn't.
No, you did
I
not.
did.
You did not.
I did.
Let's look at your expenses back then, okay? Right? We talking about the 400 rent apartment, 425 rent apartment, which I wish I could go back to.
But
See, but
I said
remember,
that. Can,
You get paid because like the pay also decreases.
Yeah, the pay that
$13
wasn't
an
great.
hour is like our now $19 an hour.
Yeah, but
Now,
like,
if I could get paid here and live there, I Slick made a joke to April Sissy. I said, man, I Slick might make that 2.5 hour drive every day.
some people do that. Some
I
people
see
live
why.
that way.
I see why.
Some people live that
Bro,
way.
I could only imagine making the money I make now and living in a
imagine when
450
you
apartment.
work.
Oh.
Imagine when you worked at home for a Shurian,
Well, I'm not
but you
making
lived in Murray.
Which you could do that.
You have no reason to go to site.
I didn't even think.
Oh, bro, if I was,
Yo, that'd be
you,
stupid.
that would be stupid crazy.
Nigga, you know how much.
You ain't got sent to home, and then you and April was like, well, we don't really need to pay $1,100 for rent, do we?
Let's just go back to that.
Let's rent out the entire 5 bedroom.
Oh. didn't even
That's
think
been
of
a thought in my head for months now.
I didn't even think
That's
about
right.
that.
Especially now that all of us have a better sense of responsibility.
And if you want it for real, boom, I got this side, you get this side.
That would be fucking crazy.
What are you talking
Because it was kind of like pretty much like a time.
about? No, what are you talking about? What
Like
are you talking
upstairs.
No.
upstairs.
850
Who
was
was
one
living in
side.
this?
You and April.
Oh,
pays
okay.
850 for the one building, and then you pay 850 for the other one. Boom. Now y'all pretty much have that entire building, 2 houses basically,
That's $1,700.
for 10 rooms, 4 baths.
I mean, I'm seeing the pros. I'm just talking
Anyway,
about
the
my
point
wife.
is that we miss cheap
You can
rent.
do 850.
Can
She
he
can do
feed
850.
it? Yeah,
I lived after I left Kentucky and I went to Paducah. I lived on Section 8 for a little while, and I was paying $100 a month.
Which I didn't really understand what
Wait,
Section
men
8
get
was.
Section 8?
Huh?
I thought men
It
couldn't
was
get
I
that.
don't. It was through Who. So
Ah.
Who's name was really on the
I
list.
like, I know. I'm almost positive men cannot get that.
Which I didn't know that, but now that you say something,
I
there
mean,
was a lot of women there.
Everybody in the projects, the Gumpas, the Boonies, the Greystone. How many times have you seen a man there?
Hold on. Aphrodite, where King Ken at? Aphrodite, where King Ken at? Because she about to piss me off. I'm not about to get an hour in and then ask, where the hell is she at? I'm not playing these games with her. I'm not playing these games.
I'm not playing these games. All right, man. Let's get to the docket, man. Let's get to the docket.
Go
The
ahead,
first
go
thing
ahead,
we
go
have
ahead.
on the
Nah.
docket. Wait, what happened?
Because I've been listening to a couple other podcasts. And
I told you.
They are consistent with that shit.
I told
They,
you.
some of them do songs and shit. Some of them rap.
What?
You gotta
You
do
gotta
it.
Do the docket.
Oh.
Yeah.
You gotta do it.
Oh, I'm sorry. On the docket. The docket.
She's live. She's live.
So you're just gonna cut out the middle, man.
He said forget you. He said I'm on the docket today. On the
So,
docket.
first thing we have on the docket, this was a question posed to me and KJ specifically. At what point in your relationship did you...
Shut up, put in the group, dude.
He don't.
He don't.
He
likes
don't.
that. He don't. Okay,
At what point in your relationship did you know that you had a real one? And this is actually a pretty easy... Actually, let me post it in here first. KJ, go ahead and answer.
What's the question, sir?
At what point in your relationship did you realize...
You just delete it, nigga.
What'd you do?
At what point in your relationship did you
Android.
realize you had the real one?
At what point in my relationship did I realize that I had a real one?
Yeah.
This is not school. You don't
Well.
have to repeat the fucking question.
Janitor. J. Let's see. The time when I realized that I had a real one. Well, when you get to a certain point in your life,
Nigga,
my
talk
fucking
regular.
God.
I'd like to say that it was love at first sight.
You know what? Since he's doing that,
Hold on. Are you lied?
Bro, no, boy, that was getting on my damn nerve when that's what I asked.
what?
Yeah, Lee.
Yeah. Go ahead. Continue.
Oh, so I think the moment I realized that I had a real one was probably after that first 7 or 8 months. I'm not gonna necessarily say that I knew how everything would turn out, but I could at least say as far as whether she's a real one or not was probably after those 6 or 7 months because I wasn't in a good spot. But I mean, and when you say you're not in a good spot, I didn't necessarily have to rely on her, but I was not in a good spot at all, mentally, financially, physically, and I mean, part of that had just come with bad circumstances. I mean, I had just left college because I couldn't afford it. I just came back from Florida, even though I could have just stayed in Florida with my family. We had that
Sleeping on Adriana's couch.
Yeah, with you.
With me.
And I mean, yeah, that whole apartment situation. I mean, we almost were on the street for a little bit, and she was there for all of that. I mean, she didn't have to.
She was there for all.
She was there for all of that.
My answer goes just about the same. Nigga. I was
Now,
broke.
granted, I think it was a little bit easier for her to stay for all of that because she had a whole dorm and a whole family
Don't
25 minutes away.
But it was the fact that she chose.
But
It was the
she
fact
chose.
that she chose. She had an option and she chose
She
you.
chose.
Yeah, mine's is about the same, man.
Yeah, I'm done.
I was broke, my nigga. Like, I was broke. I ain't had no real money. I was making like $300 a week, if that. Like, I was working at Papa John's, or I think I had quit Papa John's by then. But after when she decided that it was okay to live in my apartment with me, is when I realized I had to rent one. My apartment was basically a college apartment. It was one of those apartments where you shared a living area and then there was 4 different rooms and you had one tiny room. Me and LJ slept in one tiny room. We kept all our stuff in one tiny room.
You was in the V.
Like the Chase?
In the V. It was like Chase, but the rooms ain't as big.
Yeah, those rooms are tiny.
They tiny, bro. They made for a singular person. Me and LJ stayed in that place and we struggled, man. We struggled.
It be like that.
We struggled for a while. You feel me? And I mean, of course, I had a high work ethic back then because I was trying to move the fuck up out of there. So
I can't, Ken. Nice to see you.
Nah.
Sorry, I missed your live. I was busy.
But yeah, that's really when I realized, man, was in today's day and age, man, women don't. A lot of women that you see,
They're not dealing with that.
They don't deal with that.
Especially
They don't take the time to think that a man needs to be raised up sometimes, so that a man goes through bad spots and that they can't always be.
Like, stick with me. I got this. Believe in me.
I think the best part about it was also because it was early. It was very early.
Mm-hmm.
So you have no real obligation, expectation for you to stay. I would 100% understand jumping ship at that point because we had only been together for 2-3 months.
I remember when I was in college, and back when I was with Ash, and when I lived in a 5-bedroom, and
I was about to ask you, who the fuck is Ash?
I was literally like, Ash Ketchum? Like, what the hell?
Yeah,
go on.
I stayed in a 5-bedroom and I didn't have a fucking bed for months. Actually, damn near that entire time, for real. I mean, at that time, yeah, she was. I mean, yeah, we had our issues.
I mean, they did have their issues.
We had our issues, but
she
she
did still stick around.
wasn't real.
Ashley said men want to be respected.
And then she stuck around after catching him. So,
Bye-bye! Ash Ketchum?
Come on, when is it called?
I mean, she definitely always had suspicions. She definitely knew. She definitely knew.
You can't get caught doing something you
Hold on. She definitely knew. She just never.
But that's like when a parent don't want to confront the fact that you having sex, but they know you having sex. You want to know what? This ain't about you. This ain't about me.
Point being though, any woman, and then any woman that's willing to sleep on the floor willingly, I'll take that.
Well, she slept on the floor.
Didn't you have a
She
mattress?
didn't even live with you.
No.
You did have a mattress in there, bro.
Whenever she would come, when I was in a 5-bedroom.
There was a whole couch downstairs. That was your dumb ass fault.
KJ.
You know she wasn't sleeping.
She wasn't sleeping on the couch.
There were 2 couches.
Both of us couldn't fit on that couch.
There's 2 couches.
But we want to sleep next to each other. I don't understand.
You know,
Your hands can meet.
Do you know how me and Drea look sleeping on that couch in your house?
I don't.
Uncomfortable as fuck.
Hold on, but Drea and those 2 women were considerably different sizes. They were.
So
not only in not only in body mass, but in height.
I gotta get what you're saying though.
Body mass.
I didn't want to say it.
Body.
The BMI.
I was trying to not to say like the bad things.
But Ashley said she said men want to be respected because she didn't even have. It wasn't even the point of like bringing money to the table to dig me out of a financial situation because she did not, and I didn't want her to. It was literally just to be there while I was trying to figure all of that out. Because I mean, even though she didn't have like. Even if I failed, I mean, worst case scenario, we just weren't going to be together. So it's not like she was dependent upon me, but she still could have just said, well, I'm good over here.
The thing about women is that they can always find someone better. A woman has what they need and can finesse or get whatever they want.
It's easier for a woman to bounce out,
and find another man who is in a better place to give her what she or give her the financial stability. So when a woman stays with you, even though you're not making that much money, or you only got one car, you can't buy her nice things, or you can't do this and you can't do that because you really just now becoming a man in your own right.
Right.
You feel me? Any woman that's willing to stay is a real one.
Right.
It's part of the reason why we kind of are where we are now.
Yeah.
Because she stayed there, so now I feel that urge. That's why I hate the obligation of the man taking care of the woman, because I think that's dumb.
Right.
But because she was willing to do that for me, I have now felt a sense of reason why I would like to do that.
I feel that. Like the girl that I'm trying to see at this moment, the girl that I'm trying to see. I told her like
Admitting on camera.
I told her straight up like I just got a new job after being jobless for like a month and a half. I'm broke. I told her straight up I have no money. I can't really take you out. It's like I want to, but give me some time and I'm gonna make it happen. And she's still here. She's talking to me, so hopefully shit works out in my favor. But
Ashley said, is it Ashley or Ashley?
Ashley.
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 Ashleaka. Ashleaka.
She said most women just want to be emotionally
secure.
That's what I was about to say. I had it.
Sorry.
I literally
My
had just
bad.
I had it.
That's my bad. That was my bad. I jumped the gun. I apologize.
You don't ever give me no goddamn time.
I apologize.
No goddamn time.
Was
It's
he-
not all about the money.
I-
I think that's a goddamn lie. I do not think most women just want emotional stability, because
The word
one of the
emotional
main
was
things,
getting
one of the
deep.
first things LJ told me when we got together, it was like number 2 on her top 3 list was financial stability. Like that was like her number 2. Her number
Anybody
one.
who says that is full of shit.
Her number 1 it was not being lied to. Her number 2 was financial stability.
Anybody who says they don't want that financial stability isn't a thought.
I don't think
Full of shit.
I don't think there is a woman on earth that does not want some financial stability and say that all I need to start a relationship is to be emotionally secure. I believe that that's definitely a part of it, but if you don't have any money, what do you have to have? Work ethic. If you don't have no money but you have no work ethic, then you're never going to get money. She's not going to want to be with you.
No, that's
If
point blank
you
period.
if you don't have a chosen path, if you don't know what you want to do and you don't got no money, a woman isn't going to want to be with you.
Will said that he thinks that what they want depends on the age.
That is also true. That is also true. If you 35, you ain't got time for a nigga that ain't got no money and ain't got no direction. If you 35 and you find another man that's 35, like that nigga needs to have his own place, his
And
own
also-
car,
and
and
also-
a stable
Nelly's-
job.
Nelly said she doesn't agree. She needs them to understand her, not pay for them, not pay for her.
And that's another thing.
I mean,
That's
everybody's
another-
also different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel.
Now I have.
I'm talking about
definitely-
what I see as the in the
I was about to
masses.
say I have definitely, unfortunately, run into more people that are more focused on
money.
longevity.
Yeah. Then
It's like, what can you do for me? What can you do for me? What can you buy for me? All this shit. This, that, and the
And
third.
I
It's
think-
like,
I think-
I can't deal with that.
And the thing is that like watch Nelly don't agree and Ashley don't agree. The main part about this particular topic is that as a woman, you wouldn't know because you aren't the one that's having to constantly.
It's partially about perspective,
Yeah.
not necessarily what should be. So, like, while Nelly may say, "I don't want that," it's not necessarily how it
For
is
men,
felt.
for men
That is
know
felt as a
that,
person.
This
that
is how we're bred.
yeah, this
Like,
is how we're bred. This is
raised
what we're
up.
made to see.
I could definitely agree with that. I can agree that whether that is the intention or not, like, I can definitely understand that that's not what she wants, but I also understand that that is how a lot of men feel. Like,
Yeah.
like is a part of that. And now part of that is our fault, of course. Part of that is your own insecurity and things that you're putting on yourself. But part of that is because of expectations that have been presented towards us.
Cause I I know that me as a man, like even though I don't base everything off of financial, I do want to I do put some type of pride in myself and being able to support and provide for the people I care about, the people I love, and my family and whatnot. But at the same time, it's like if I can't, I need you to understand that I just cannot at this point. And it's not that I don't want to, it's not that I'm not trying, it's that I literally cannot. And anybody that's willing to understand that and work with me through that they're good in my book.
Here's my thing, man. Like,
Before you say that,
Yeah, go ahead, go
because
ahead.
you're probably going to end up talking about it anyway. Will said, depending on how you were raised, the potential man was supposed to take the place of her father, so he was supposed to be able to provide for her no matter what.
and that's true, but that's not the only thing though. Like, he's basically saying
I
as
get
a
it.
child, you was always told to
I also-
provide.
I get what
for
he's
him.
I
saying.
think
That
that
just-
is
that just doesn't
true
make sense to
based
me.
on what the circumstances of what was happening
At that time when that started.
But like, I don't think it's only that time thing, because like that stuff gets brought through and through like so many generations. It's all the way to us, and it's probably also gonna be to our children and their children. It'll be a long
Oh
time.
no, bro, it's already
But-
getting worse.
Yeah, and it's like my uncle, his whole mentality. Mentality?
Yeah.
Did I say it right? Okay.
Yeah.
His whole mentality has always been, I gotta make money. I gotta make money. I can't do nothing else but make money. I gotta provide for people all the time. And while that's not a bad thing, like that's not a bad thing at all. That mentality is not bad. But it comes with negative effects on men. And one of the biggest negative effects that it has, I'm sorry,
Go ahead.
one of the biggest negative effects that I think that it has is that men lose the ability to dream and want more for themselves outside of having to make a paycheck. Like, my uncle, he is a great man. He's making more than anybody in my family has ever made. He is providing for his wife and child. He has another child on the way right now. But like, I've never heard from my uncle his dreams of what he wanted to do. All right. I think at one point, maybe I did. At one point, he told me that he wanted to be a coach, but then he was like, "I can't do that shit. You can't make money being a coach." This is the way he told me. You can't make money being a coach. I can't do that. What the fuck would I do that for? So he gave up on that.
So it forced them to settle.
It forced him. Now, he didn't settle in what he did in life. He didn't settle on money. Like, he's living well.
Right. No, I'm saying like forced them to settle on what is, I guess, practical at that time.
Yeah. So and I think as men, we have a very shorter timetable to do the things that we love and want to do versus when we have to be like
results.
Yeah. Like, I was just talking to LJ the other day, and I was like, man, if these projects and stuff don't go well, if none of this stuff goes the way I want to, next year I gotta stop this. I gotta start making real money. And I was like, I need to figure. I called my uncle. I said, man, how do I do what you do? I started to prepare, because I was like, I'm 2 weeks away from 25. 25, that's it. That's like, to me, 25 is just like that age where it's like, I don't have no more time to waste on.
Central crisis.
Yeah, like, I don't have no time to waste on my dreams no more, because I'm not making no real money. I gotta go and now I gotta go and find a job that provides. And I don't think women have that internal clock
Because they're
in them
For that.
For that, I'm talking about for that. I'm talking about for women.
I was waiting for the. We don't have an eternal clock. Do you know what childbirth is?
Because but I also feel like with that type of mindset, it forces us to basically neglect things outside of work, money. Because I know in college, I was a workaholic at one point. Like I can admit that I had an issue. I was willing to pick up a shift because like I gotta pay for this, I gotta pay for this. I don't want to be broke, and like I neglected a lot. I put a lot of shit to the side. And even I ended up neglecting things for myself.
Not only like put shit to the side, but it's like you neglect your health.
You neglect your fucking health.
Men will go and neglect their own health trying to keep up to these standards of what they should and where they should be by a certain point.
Like,
and that's something that me and you and KJ did a lot in college. KJ worked a job where they didn't give a fuck about what happened to him.
Did you get your ear slit and your nose?
Oh boy.
From the thing?
Oh, from pure
And they
alkaline
didn't give a
all over
damn.
me.
They didn't give a
I
damn.
went back to work the next day.
Me and you stopped doing Muay Thai. We stopped making sure we was fit and healthy.
And
we started
both
working all the
held two
time.
jobs while going to school full time.
Like it was impossible. Go ahead and read some
Ashley
of these
says
comments.
there just needs to be better communication between you and your partner, and based on if you were raised, especially if you were raised up in the church. Which, I mean, ultimately, everything we always talk about does come down to communication.
Yeah.
And part of that is because I think people are afraid of not being in a relationship. I think people are so afraid of not being in a relationship that they're not willing to be picky. In the sense of like that kind of stuff takes communication.
Yeah.
If somebody cannot communicate with you on that level, they gotta go. Like they gotta go. Because they're not here to listen, they're not here to talk. So if they're not gonna talk about this stuff now, 10 years down the line, I mean, you can hope they learn that, but now you've just wasted 10 years of your life. People are so afraid of turning somebody away for stuff like that because they want to be with somebody and they... Oh my God, yes, because people make you feel bad for, oh my God, you're 30 and you're...
A lot of people put their self-worth in whether they're in a relationship or not.
Will said the first thing Dad would ask is what your career is. If you don't have one, he wasn't giving his daughter away. Didn't matter if you were a good dude. Now, part of that problem, bruh, is, I'm going to be honest, I don't need your permission. I will ask out of respect, but I don't necessarily.
I'm not asking a damn soul.
I'm asking because April said she wanted me to.
Then
and at that point,
that's your significant other's job to tell you. If LJ does not tell me I want you to ask my father, I'm not asking shit.
I'm not asking a damn thing because who are you? I'm paying her.
Not only that, but the other thing,
I'm loving her.
Yeah, the other thing about the whole asking the father for thing is like, does the father and does the mother care to make you feel a part of that family?
The only reason you had to ask beforehand is because you literally had to ask beforehand.
Because the woman was property.
No,
she still lived at his house. You had to actually ask him. So then it just rolled down through tradition and became this rite of passage.
No,
okay, you want to know what? I get it. For some people, you know, a daughter and their dad, especially with the people that have
taking the dad spot.
What I'm saying, I'm not talking about that.
It's a previous.
But some daughters and dads, just like sons and moms, have that connection.
Yeah.
So some people have that connection where you're like, I'd like you to ask my dad because you know we're super duper close. All right, whatever. But if he says no, bro, it's gonna be like, really, bro?
Really?
Me and Abraham have been together for how long? You really gonna tell me no?
So now you basically just showed me you really don't fuck with me.
Wait, so what's the reason?
So that's what it really means.
What's the reason?
You really don't fuck with me.
I really want to know now. Because you ain't said nothing this whole time.
And I've been around y'all. Like,
I've been around you.
Let's be real. If you tell me no, I'm going to be pissed. Not because you told me no, but now I know that you don't mess with me like you
That means
saying.
This whole time, instead of being an adult, and either telling her what you don't like about me and she can tell me, or telling me, because granted, I can understand he may not want to tell me, but tell her what you don't like about me.
No, fuck that.
But Derek said, believing in my dreams becomes harder and harder as I get older, and with the pressure to provide grows with it. Will said you technically have until 28, which is true.
I don't believe that.
I believe that.
I don't.
It's right before 30, but 25 is then when you're supposed to like, okay.
Like, if you got something going by 28, cool. Keep that train going. Momentum.
Also,
that's
bro,
the way
we
it works.
28 in 3 years.
Hold on. Kamaria said, Will asked her mom, and according to him, she gave him all the reasons not to marry her. Listen, Will, Kamaria is this. I hope you're ready to deal with this.
I feel that, though. It's like...
Hey, see, but that's
I get that. It's like...
But the other thing about their relationship is that they didn't live together before they got married, did they?
I could have sworn...
They said it was like briefly.
Because they were at the chase.
Yeah. But that's not necessarily living with it. That's just her spending the night indefinitely.
So what they did.
I guess.
She was spending the night indefinitely.
No, she lived there.
No, she stayed the night indefinitely. You heard what he said.
Oh, no, you trying not to get caught.
Oh, what? What are you talking about?
Oh, y'all finally told them that y'all was living together that whole time?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh.
Me and April just started living together until Nashville.
Oh.
Because we stayed in the 5 bedrooms, so that doesn't count. That's just staying the night indefinitely.
So what about...
What?
What about you guys?
Hold on.
What are you talking about?
That whole
What are you talking
period
about? What are you talking about? Only like 2 months before marriage is what Kamaria said.
Yeah, so I understand her
We're gonna
mom
talk
saying
about that
all
after
these
a while.
reasons because you
We'll
haven't...
talk about that later.
You have they haven't lived together, so they don't really know what it's like to live together.
Again,
I don't get it.
I'm not
I'll
gonna.
see
So
what you
that's one.
Oh,
thing,
I could have never pulled that off.
That's one thing that her parents always brought up is that y'all are living together, like as if it's like not. And my mom even said the same thing. I don't get it. I don't get why you don't want to live with them first.
I need to know your
I
habits.
don't understand.
I need to know if you flush the toilet with the toilet seat up or down.
And the other thing is like
That's
LJ,
real shit.
the way me and
That
LJ
shit splashing all over the place. I need to know if you an overroller for the tissue or underroller on the tissue. Do you leave wet towels all over the place? How loud do you fucking snore? Are you a wild sleeper?
Oh yeah, wet
Can I-
towels is a thing for him.
Can I wet towels that will piss me
I'm
off.
gonna leave the towel on the shower rack.
Yeah,
I'm
like if you got a wind up towel on the sink, I'm not. But not even just that. Like, can I be mad at you, or you be mad at me? We be able to go our separate ways within the house, and then finally, by the time it's time to go to bed, can we hash this shit out?
I know everybody.
not by the
doesn't
time
think
you go to
this.
bed.
Probably not.
Me and
I tell
LJ, me
April I
and
don't
LJ
like
will,
going to bed angry.
me and LJ will not speak for like a day or two, and then come back and be
Nah, I tell
perfect.
April
Like,
we just go
we-
argue. We just gonna argue before bed.
Nah, we don't like to
let
argue.
those moves come down.
We don't like to argue.
I feel that though.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing why me and LJ don't like to argue, right? Outside of argument sakes, we argue differently. I'm an emotional person when I'm angry. I yell. LJ don't fuck with that. Like, I get mad and I yell, and she like, don't yell. And I be sitting there just like that, and I be like,
What's funny is she probably says it. I can hear her say it.
and it be like, and I be like so angry because I be like, how the fuck else am I
You
supposed
know,
to get?
I don't know.
That's
It ain't
how
like
I
you-
get.
It ain't like you yelling at her. Like you're yelling because you're just. This is
I'm
how you
yelling in
express
general.
yourself.
Yelling was all I heard when I was a child. Like
Facts.
in my households, bro, it was a screaming match daily. Daily. If it wasn't screaming, I thought it was a bad day. If there wasn't some screaming
What
happening, it was a
happened?
bad day.
What happened?
It was worse than normal because my family, even if they had issues, they yelled. My family never stopped. Just if my family, like, and this is my mom's side of the family, if her side of the family just stopped speaking to each other, that was worse than the yelling. Like if they stopped speaking to each other, there is nothing. So I just yelling is what I do. Is how I used to. This is how I get out my shit at points, and she don't fuck with that. So I just be like,
I feel
let me
that.
just go calm my ass down for the rest of the day.
I get literally picture. Don't yell. You just like. You just went outside and just.
My family was completely opposite. Like they didn't yell, but I heard like they talked. But at least when it was to me or like in my other family members, it was in a condescending tone, which is why I talk the way I do now. And it's just like now I understand that's just not fucking okay. But it's like I don't know how else to do that. So like I noticed in past situations where I would talk to them in a condescending tone, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to express myself. And then when somebody finally brought it up to me, I'm just like, how else do I do this? I don't fucking know how to do this.
Nah.
It's hard.
Me and April got to deal with that night because the next day, like, I need the new day to start. So, like, if we don't handle this today, I don't want it to drag into the next day. I understand why you gotta wait till the next day. I think that's smart. We'll deal with this later. Will said I still asked her mother's permission, and her mother hated me. I would have asked her dad, but I was already basically dead to him. And then Will said, wait, so you have never asked a girl's parents to go on a date?
No, why would I do that?
I asked her, and then she asked her parents.
Her parents. Why the fuck am
She
I
have to
going
get
her
permission
parents?
to go out the house.
The first time the parents should be seeing me is when I come to pick your daughter up. And then
if they wanna
you
talk-
can give me the ride at, but I'm not coming over here.
I've actually never gotten that.
I've
The
never
pull
done
you
that.
into the back. That's my baby girl right there now. Actually, yeah, no, I've never got the pull to the side. I've gotten I've gotten like a couple of the little jokes, but
I've never
never
that
the.
once, and I looked at him like, the fuck does this mean to me?
You
I'm
little
still-
thunder,
and
you
that's-
little thundercat.
And that's why
I'm
people.
smashing
That's
your daughter.
that's motherfuckers like you.
You the reason they give us the riot act.
No, it's
Because you talking in that, you over there
Because
like,
think
you
about
over there
it.
looking at them crazy. You over there looking at them, you a boy. That's a grown man. You a little boy.
Hold on. Think about the amount
It's
of
about
girls
fucking
that have
prison.
gone to their dad about this.
No, it's about
Like, we have
it's
never
about-
talked about that. Now that I'm thinking about it, think about the amount of girls that have gone back to the, well, where's JD? He cheated on me. He did.
Actually, that has never been a case with me. And I only had
know
that
that. You don't talk to them anymore.
because they didn't know I
Actually,
cheated on them.
apparently, yes, he does. He talks to all his exes.
Shut up.
But no,
Come on.
I only gave him that tone, that look, simply because it was how he came to me in the
But-
first place.
You are a boy.
Stay in the child's place.
You are a boy. That is his daughter.
No, because I was raised.
He was born.
I was
first.
raised. Respect is given and it is earned.
He needs someone that can protect his daughter. Strong bones. Calcium, nigga. Kamaria said, other than two big moments, my parents did not argue in front of me and my sis. She'd be honest with me about certain issues, but I didn't see them fight, so I don't fight with Will. We had one argument, but it was so exhausting, I can't do that stuff again. Will said I was talked to a girl's guardian before dating them.
I just be wanting arguments to be over, man.
That shit can drag.
Like
out.
after
That
like
shit can be
after
draining.
like the first 10 minutes, I'd be like,
It's
bro,
already-
why can't we just come to a decision here? Why are we not
And
understanding?
then you try to be like,
You know what?
not care, but now it's, oh, you don't care.
So
That's not what I meant. I just...
So let me ask y'all this: at what point in the argument do you just say "fuck it"? You're right.
when I
Yeah.
repeated myself 3 times and you're still not understanding what I'm
Never.
saying.
Well, that wasn't towards you.
I say
I can see you.
I do it all the time. If you're significant, here's the thing, bro. When it comes to I'm such a big believer in compromise, bro, that I would just be like, okay, and I'll just make the changes, bro. Because like sometimes I have gotten to a point where I realize sometimes someone just can't understand your point. And it's not just in your relationship with your significant other. It's any relationship you have. Sometimes people just can't get your point.
But
Regardless.
sometimes it's a matter of whether they can't or they don't want to. And I know with my past relationship in college, it was because she did not want to. She did not want to understand. She wasn't
She
able
had a
to
sore
try.
He don't know what no sore throat is. I get sore throats.
But you
Well, at the end of the day, what was that last week, man? I'm trying to think about.
it wasn't the last one. It was the one before that.
So
last week.
Oh, that was last week. Well, yeah,
It's
that's
Sunday. The last one will be Thursday. That will be the previous week.
I count each show as a week.
Ashley, yeah, I know. Ashley said, sorry, Ashley, I go. I'm sorry.
Hey, kick his ass, bro.
She said we were talking about relationships at my church during Bible study. See, I always found those conversations interesting too. I like that, because I be wanting to hear what the advice is, because I try to understand where is the middle ground as far as reality. Like, how do you explain that to someone in a way they can understand?
Yeah.
Will said, I'm not good at yelling arguments. Once I get there, I've been told that I get uncontrollable, so I try to stay tranquil as much as possible.
Yeah,
I
I don't
could
got
not
that.
picture, first of
I
all,
don't got that.
I did
we're also
see-
thinking about, Will seems like the
Will,
character with his eyes closed and then he opens his eyes. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting.
Like, whoa, close your eyes.
That's the vibe I'm getting from that. Like, he starts yelling, his eyes open. All right, you right. I'm done.
See, when I'm yelling in an argument, I get to a point where I just start smiling. It's because now I'm super pissed.
And
when
I can understand why you've had exes that stab you. Cause I would.
it's just like
Don't fucking smile and I'm mad.
Don't smile while we arguing.
Don't smile when I'm
that's how I
fucking
call
mad.
myself. It's like
No, because
You
like
almost crashed the
if
car.
someone smile when I'm mad, you ain't taking me serious enough.
that's not true.
You not
I
taking
can't
me serious
I can't
enough.
tell you the amount of ass whoopings I got because they was yelling at me and I just ran.
Oh, if I had a kid who smiled when I was mad, bro,
Hold on. We won't go past that. Did you just smile?
he'll have a bare ass. I'm not. I won't even lie to you, bro. He would go to child protective services.
It's just like I smile
smile
and
while I'm talking?
uncomfortable. I smile
While
in
I'm mad at you, you
uncomfortable.
smiling?
I smile in uncomfortable and awkward situations. Nigga, I smile at funerals.
You brave.
I can't. I that's my reaction. I smile at funerals. I can't help it.
Huh?
That's
What
me.
the fuck?
That's me.
I
I'm
purposely
uncomfortable.
didn't look at him at my dad's funeral.
Look at who? Him?
Yeah.
He was smiling. You
I
was
purposely
smiling?
didn't look.
That's how I felt.
I made
awkward.
sure I
was
didn't look just
uncomfortable.
in case. Just
I was uncomfortable. I was like, I cannot.
I think
deal
I
with it.
actually looked at him once and he was smiling. But there was a couple people in.
But
Let's talk about.
when you were
Hold on.
talking,
We about to
that's when I
switch the
smiled, because I
docket
was
real
proud
quick,
of
right? We about to switch the docket real
I
quick.
can
But
imagine.
before I switch the
You
docket,
looking up. And this nigga smiling.
But he
Before
was
I,
talking, though.
before I
So I
switch
was
to
proud.
docket,
I was proud of him.
shut up.
I was proud.
Before I switch to docket, everybody please go ahead and share this live. Everybody share the live. Share it to your friends' groups. Share it to your friends' pages. Share the live, please, and thank you. Next thing on the docket, shit that pisses me off at a funeral. I don't do funerals, people. I really don't. I don't like funerals. I'm much like my mom. My mom doesn't like funerals. And I've only been to two. My great-grandmother's funeral and my father's funeral. My father's funeral.
People in my life have died. I've only gone.
Yeah,
I've gone to
I don't like going to.
plenty of funerals.
So yeah, my great-grandmother's funeral, my father's funeral. My father died literally like 2 weeks from now, a year ago. Like that's when my father died. So I was at the funeral, and first off, there was a bunch of people that was at the. What happened?
Will said the rule is if the family ain't laughing, you ain't laughing.
Here's the first thing I don't like about funerals, right? And I wish that I had put my hand deeper into the process of setting up the funeral, and I didn't. There were members of my uncle's church at the funeral who came to the funeral at the same time, and like for the funeral, and I didn't like that shit. I don't want you there. If I don't know you, you don't know my father. I don't want you there. I don't. Don't come. You don't know him. You don't need to be here. Fuck you. Get the hell out. That's how I feel. Do not go to a funeral that is not someone that is important to you.
Man said, I don't want you here.
It was the whole thing. I don't know you. You don't know him. Fuck you.
Get out.
the hell
Get
out.
out.
Get out. That's one of the
More.
biggest things. And like I wish churches would stop doing this. Stop telling your entire church about to come. No,
Was that your Nana's church?
no, it was my uncle's church. But this happens at churches all over. Like, and I don't know if it was his church. It was Reverend Blesso's church, who is a member of my family. He's like a distant.
So
cousin
it was
or something.
probably to be in support of them, but I get what you're saying.
No, yeah, like they do it as to be like
it's
to
out of
support the
goodwill.
family
It's out of
that's hurting.
goodwill,
Yeah,
but-
but like you don't need to be here. You don't
need
know
to be
my
at the
father.
actual funeral.
I don't.
Because technically, there's a whole I think there's a whole day. Is it the day before that you just come show
Yeah, I
respect to
think
the
it's the
family?
wake, something like that.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Now we didn't have a wake.
Okay, well,
but
maybe that's why.
still at the wake they don't need to be there either because you
Hold
don't
on,
know.
the wait
You don't
is
know.
specifically
Here's my
for
thing.
somebody to come
Here's
see
my
y'all.
thing.
It's for the grieving
Here's my
family.
thing. If I get up and I'm speaking and I can look at one whole side of the church and
That
you
you
don't
don't.
know what the fuck I'm talking about, I have to literally explain to you the type
The
of person
entire-
my father was and the things that he went through. I don't want you.
You have no need to be there.
You have no need to be there. Number two, I don't care how. I get it. I'm saying things about my father. It sounds nice. I'm praising my father in a way, and the people in the audience are smiling. This is not for you to smile, though. It ain't for you to smile. I'm sad. I'm barely getting through this talk up here. And no, it's not just you.
Sorry.
It's not just no. It's
No,
not
no,
just
no,
you.
I got you.
It's
Like, I
it's,
can't
com-
help
it's
it.
it's a common thing in funerals. Like my grandmother was smiling, my uncle was smiling, my
Okay.
people, like everybody, but like my brothers were smiling, and like I was riding with my brothers more than I was everybody else in the family. I was like, don't smile.
Well,
Don't. Matter of fact, I would rather y'all put y'all faces down so I can speak.
Well, it's like it's nice to see somebody going through a tough moment, but
Quick,
they still-
Remy, whoa, Top lost today. Fuck.
Will said down south people are just nosy. It's perfectly normal to have some random walk in during the wake.
This
just to
ain't
see
South.
who's-
This ain't Lewis.
Just to see
Fuck.
who's. It's Southern Missouri.
This ain't Lewis.
Southern Missouri.
That's it,
South.
Louis. Now, one thing that pisses me off at funerals, and that if you're not immediate family,
Don't speak.
no, don't fucking yell at my shit. Y'all, if I die before y'all,
Wait. What? That's a thing?
yelling, hooting, hollering, crying, ah!
You know,
None
like
of that.
catching the Holy Ghost.
No,
Yeah,
no.
none
But
of
he
that
said if you're not a part.
If
People do that.
Yes.
Yes. If you
At
are not my
funeral,
sisters,
at my father's funeral, there was people speaking who had no point in speaking.
yeah.
They were literally only speaking because like they were invited and they were reverends and things like that. But I think they were speaking. I don't know why the fuck they were speaking.
You know.
Like I don't know. There was like people up there speaking at my father's funeral, and like me, Calvin, my mom, we was all looking at each other like, can someone get this person from up there? Like I don't know who this. And they would like And this is an issue.
They were having
This is
church.
an issue in the black community. These are black church issues. I'm not trying to have church at my father's funeral. I'm not. I didn't come here to catch the Holy Ghost. I came here to mourn. More. Point invalid, man. Point invalid, man.
Will said what I was about to say.
Yeah.
I don't like when people straight up lie on the dead people saying they were a great person when they definitely weren't. There are ways to try to, one, mourn, and also speak on the good times that you remember without completely making up a new
Like,
person.
we all know who this person was.
Don't make up a whole new persona. It'd be the same thing for, like, when people die, like, so let's say gang shootings.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. And then they talk about the person.
Don't tell me this was a great person. He was at a gang shooting.
This nigga been in a gang his whole life.
You only get to a gang shooting doing one of three things.
Being in the gang.
Being in a gang, selling dope, or killing people. Because you're only there to kill somebody.
Kamaria said, in my experience, the tellers and super crazy criers are the one who had a bad relationship with the person in the casket.
If you're not my mom and them,
White funerals are
sisters on my
basically
grave,
as long
don't
as the
fucking
average
yell.
episode of
Not
SpongeBob.
only don't yell, don't talk, don't speak.
I swear, if I die before y'all, shut them the fuck up. Pull them down. No. My funeral would not
Bro,
be like this.
and any other funerals that happen in
Why
my
you think I want to go to your funeral?
Nigga, you wearing that green dress. The fuck?
I wear it in my house. I ain't going to your funeral.
That's the fuck you are. The fuck?
Are you shocking?
Why would you not go to this man's funeral?
Oh, I'm definitely not going to either one of y'all's.
What?
I'm not going.
You trying to avoid the green or purple dress?
No, I just said I wear it. I'll record it. The hell? I'm not gonna go up there so somebody can go up there and go, these great young... Them niggas wasn't shit!
Don't do that at my funeral.
Don't do that. Whoop.
Them niggas wasn't shit!
Hey, Calvin will beat you senseless.
Whoop yo
If
ass.
you do that at my funeral,
They told me to say it.
Calvin liable to kill you.
Yellers, not
Zero
tellers.
station.
The thing I hate is when people get up and sing songs and it wasn't scheduled.
And it was stop doing that. And this
I
is
hate the song choices. When the song sounds like those in the arms. Don't do
And
that.
don't get up there singing those super sad
y'all better play one of
songs,
my
bruh.
daddy's favorite songs up here.
Y'all better play one of his favorite songs.
I don't care if it's fuck them other niggas, cause I ride for them niggas.
Guess
that
what?
shit getting played up in this church today.
Sorry.
Okay? Sorry.
What is that after funeral thing called?
What?
Repass. Is repass?
Yeah.
Is that what that's called?
I don't know. I only been to two.
Yeah, the thing I hate about that is that if you're not in the family, don't eat none of this fucking food.
Kamaria, shut up. I
Bless
hate
you,
you.
bro.
If
I
you're
hate
not,
you.
if you're not in the fucking family, don't eat none of
I
this
need you to know
goddamn food.
Kamaria just said. I hate funerals so much, I'm probably not going to show up at my own. Shut up.
You know what, bro? When I die, I want them to bury me on my stomach so they can give my ass a break. I'm tired. I'm tired. My ass is tired. My
What?
ass is tired.
So, are you
When
trying
you
to
get
have
killed,
an
you
open
die.
ass funeral?
What?
Open ass funeral?
So they can all kiss my ass one last time. Bury me on my stomach to give my ass a break. I'm tired.
Sack said play Erica Badu at mine.
Sax is a top fan. I've never seen him top
Oh,
comedy
he a
before.
top fan now? My nigga. But nah, play
No top
Earth,
fan.
He a
Earth,
part of
Wind
the
and Fire.
bullshitters.
Part of the bullshitters. But
Earth,
yeah,
Wind and
man.
Fire at my funeral. And somebody
Funerals,
gotta-
man.
Wait, so you not trying to play Finito at your funeral?
That's at the repass. At the church, Earth, Wind and Fire, fantasy.
Look,
Has to be
hold
played.
on, bro. Hold on.
Didn't
Let
he
me
just
tell you
say-
something. Let me tell you something.
I don't care.
You better hope that I'm at least 35 by the time you die. Because if you play Finito, I'm going to sit my ass down and just let it play. I'm not getting up. I'm not going crazy. If I'm anything past 35, I'm not getting up getting crazy. I'm not acting stupid. I'm not doing none of that shit. So you better hope that if you got any crunk songs, that you better plan your funeral, your death around my age, okay?
What?
You need to make sure that by the time that you die, that the set list fits your brother's needs, okay? That set list need to fit my
Yo,
needs.
that's
Gang in this bitch.
Buddy, Will said, I'm glad they do the final viewing at the beginning of the funeral and not the end. When they did it at the end, all hell would break loose. I've been at funerals where people tried to jump
People actually
in the grave with them.
I ain't start throwing dirt.
I'm not trying to laugh.
First
bro.
off, I'm not getting buried
I'm not trying to laugh.
I'm not
bro,
getting
but
buried.
I'm just-
I want to be cremated.
I just
bro.
had the most aggressive just jump into the casket I could have pictured.
I can imagine you doing that.
What?
Jump into a casket.
He said, what?
For who?
For who? April?
Hey, KJ and my will, if you jump into the casket,
Yes,
as
sir.
Being low.
Yes, sir. If we talking about the wheel. Yes, sir.
Did he jump in? Sir, did he jump in the casket? Here's your money.
Here's your money.
I'm trying to get paid.
Well, so it
I'll
said
take
I give you $100,000 in the will, and then when you get it, it's like $100,000 in like toilet paper coupons or something, bro.
I'm gonna drag you out of the casket, choke you, put you back in. I'm gonna
Yo, ass.
revive you. Okay, so
That's what I
Kevin
would
said,
do.
last funeral I was at, I cut my hand on the casket while carrying it to the gravesite. Bled all over the casket. And swear I'm cursed now. My wife's grandmother. Kevin, how do you fuck up that bad?
You can't see the family no more. Like,
I don't want to see you again.
On the casket.
like
Did you have on gloves?
That family has to go at least a year without hearing from you. Like,
Do they even like you? Like, oh,
I know at my funeral.
I'm hoping, was the casket black? Like,
I did not wear gloves when we did the casket as a pure pallbearer.
how heavy was that?
You want me to tell you how heavy my
No, the casket!
You want-
The casket!
You want me to tell you how
Don't,
heavy
no,
my daddy
no,
body was?
no, the casket, the casket. Don't you get the casket
I got you.
beforehand.
I got you.
I
As
can't-
someone,
I can't
As-
fucking believe
as
it.
someone who's been a pallbearer multiple times, I can tell you that shit's heavy.
Don't you have to carry it with nothing in it first?
No, nigga.
I thought you had to. I've only been to 2. How do they know you can carry it?
It's-
The worst thing you want to happen is to drop it.
You assign 6 people to the casket beforehand.
Yeah, if 6 people can't carry it, that's an issue.
It's heavy, my nigga. It's heavy,
It's fuck.
Okay, I got it.
and
Wait,
they bring it
I got
in before you show up.
Okay, I got it.
Over here asking how
I
heavy
didn't
my
ask
dad's
that.
body
Yo,
is.
how heavy was your dead dad?
I did.
Basically what you just did. That's what you just did.
What I meant.
You have no taste.
You're typically supposed to wear gloves so spirits don't attach to you, according to the old tradition.
Huh?
Were you wearing gloves? And it wasn't even the worst part of the funeral. No, definitely he was definitely not wearing gloves. Was the casket white?
You
Or
know,
was it black?
moving along,
That's a
based off of
fucking
his
money.
topic, based off of what he just said there, I actually want to move on to something else. He said, wear glasses so that the spirits don't attach to you and things like that. You know, I've been thinking here recently to dive deeper into what?
Alchemy.
Nigga, no. But I have been looking,
I didn't even know that
thinking about diving deeper into more Hebraism or African deities and things like that. I have been watching so many things here recently about I haven't been watching so many things as much as that shit just kept popping up about like how normal Christianity is now versus what we actually come from, and I started seeing all these posts talking about how black people were returning to African gods and crystals and your third eye and all that type of shit and what's not. I said type of shit. But anyway, I have been actually thinking about diving a little bit deeper into there. I just didn't know what
It's
to
something
do.
worth
If you're
looking
interested,
into.
why not?
It's something worth looking into. I find it interesting.
If I dive into it though, LJ has to dive into it with me.
I feel that.
Cause we a unit.
I just need to look at
I feel
it
that.
everywhere.
Y'all thought I was playing when I said this, but at my funeral, somebody has to be in a grim. Not y'all, cause y'all wearing the dress, but somebody has to be in a Grim Reaper outfit, holding a scythe at the fucking door.
This is the thing that's not gonna happen with
I'll
those
put
kind
it in
of.
the will. You get paid for it.
I get paid for it. I'll do it.
This is the problem with those kind of conditions is you have to let
The
at
family
least
know.
your family know that is what you want.
So like, are you wanting me to like stand in the back? Like,
Well, it's not going to be you.
no, it'll be me.
No, you're
No,
wearing the dress.
it'll be me.
You're wearing
If
the dress.
anybody's gonna dress up as the Grim Reaper and stand in an ominous corner somewhere in the church where only a few people might see me and get freaked out, it's definitely gonna be me. Okay, Let me tell you something. It's definitely gonna be me fucking with people. Understand that, okay? Understand that. My question is, do you want me to be out in the open, or do you want me to be in the ominous spot somewhere in the top of the pulpit or at the top of the church in the dark corner?
And
where
I'm the
only a
spot
couple
where
people-
everybody can see you, but they have to look up to see you, or they have to look at you.
Like one of them, like you just looking around you.
The
But I have
fuck
to be.
is
I
that?
have to be like the Grim Reaper with the shawl where you can't see my face.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, I can do that.
Like full cosplay.
Well,
I'll use
I
money
can-
to do that.
I can do that.
I'll supply
Easy.
costume and everything.
Easy.
Yeah, San Juan.
That's easy work. Yeah,
Where?
I can
It's
do it.
always supposed to be 6. If it's too heavy, they at least wheel the casket to the car, but the pallbearer still got to put it in the car. The body's supposed to go in the hearse head first, or that's a problem too. As an actual minister, I learned so much about funeral tradition. I always wanted to be a funeral director. Down south is interesting, especially once you get around Louisiana.
Yeah. So that's.
Put me on the wheel, bro, and I'll do whatever.
Here's the thing about being a pallbearer though. It be all smooth until you actually gotta put the casket in the car.
Oh my god, that shit. It's like you actually
Having
gotta
to
lift.
roll, you gotta lift it and then roll it into
that
the car,
motherfucker. Oh my
person
god.
by person.
That's a fucking hassle.
And it'd be like, oh my god, am I gonna drop this?
So it's heavy.
Yes.
Yes, it's very heavy. Caskets are heavy in themselves.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
No.
Why are caskets so fucking expensive? Which is why I don't want to be.
Because
buried.
I mean,
everything,
technically-
everything needs money.
Also, if you think about it, I know caskets seem simple, but think about the amount of wood, fabric, and like that's
Why are you
thick.
putting fabric?
It's also there so that like things can't get into and
That's also true.
desecrate the body.
That's also true.
I'm gonna be buried
We
inside
don't-
of a ground.
Right, but some people's religions,
Some people also just
some
don't
people's
want that.
religions affect like your body being affected once it's been buried is a bad
Okay.
thing.
That's true.
Cremate me.
And then outside of that is money, my boy. Like if you go, if we
That's the
if we
aspect.
gonna give you, if it's gonna be something to put your family in and bury it, why wouldn't I charge and make it look better?
Like, there's no reason for a funeral to cost $30,000.
If you want it.
There's no reason for a funeral to cost $30,000.
If you get one of the big old monuments on top of your thing.
But I mean,
guess so.
if you was the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, I mean,
The company they going.
they gonna pay for that shit anyway.
Will said if y'all found out your woman had another dude and he showed up at the funeral, you letting him stay?
Stay where?
Wait. If y'all found out your woman had another dude, and I'm assuming she died,
Yeah,
he shows up to the funeral, are you letting him stay? I'm
better.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't normally act a fool with that kind of stuff. No, bro, I'd act a complete fool.
I'm not gonna answer the question as to not say something that would be horrible.
I'd kill. There'd be 2 funerals that day.
Death at a funeral.
I'm just gonna stay quiet.
That's a movie name. I see what you did there.
He's gonna open the casket, give her another one, too.
I'm pissing on somebody's grave. That's all I gotta say. I'm pissing on somebody's grave.
No, we would have a problem. Like 100%.
Oh, on American Gods, when Shadow Moon found out, and then the dude that he was cheating, the girl when they was cheating, basically at the funeral, would you have went through with it? Would you have smashed on your wife's grave?
No.
So
Wife?
So here's the thing. So Shadow Moon had just got out of prison.
Okay.
His wife died in a car accident. It turns out that the dude, she was cheating on him, and he died in that car accident also.
Okay.
She died sucking his dick.
Okay.
So the girlfriend
A lot
of
to unpack here.
yeah, the girlfriend of the guy who died came up to Shadow Moon while they was at the gravesite at night. He's like, let's fuck on their grave right now to get back at them.
Okay. This.
I could definitely fuck, but I couldn't fuck on the grave. Like, hey, how about we just go
outside in no damn cemetery?
Yeah,
But
like
it was the point on top of the grave.
I could definitely do the fucking and get back, but I just can't do it. On
Yeah, I
I don't
definitely.
even know if I could go through with the get back.
I definitely.
To completion, bro.
I would probably feel like shit.
I feel like
afterwards,
I feel like when I started, it would just pop up in my mind randomly and then it'd be over.
but-
Now, real quick,
But to answer Will's question, no,
Oh,
he's
okay.
dead.
real quick to switch up. Now that we actually ended up talking about American Gods, let's switch the topic up here and talk about how scummy Hollywood really is. So if you don't know what American Gods is, it's a TV show, and it's a
American Gods.
yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
some stuff.
It's a TV show where it is talking about all the old gods like Odin and Davi. I forget what she's called, but the Indian god. It's guys from all types of religions who
Jesus Christ.
did not who are still around but have lost most of their power because they're not worshipped anymore, right? And then it shows that even all the gods that everybody believes in now in Christianity are real because people believe in them and what's not. And if you have seen this show, you have seen it online because of Orlando Jones or in his character's Anansi or Mr. Jones.
He's a
No.
Nazi.
Mr. Nancy.
A Nazi.
Mr. It's either
So
Mr. Nancy, Mr. Nancy, and his god is a Nazi, right? So if you've seen him in the show,
So basically,
A Nazi?
a Nazi,
I keep thinking you keep saying a Nazi.
a Nazi,
Okay.
Nazi.
yeah,
He's the Ashanti Ghana god.
yeah.
Basically, they don't like it's a matriarch god. They don't even believe that men should be in power at the
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if you've seen the
Never
show,
heard of
you've
this
probably
show.
seen it online. You've seen Orlando Jones in the boat talking to the slaves, and he's like
Basically,
angry,
burn
get
this
shit done. Have you seen that clip?
Anger.
Anger, get shit done. He's like, it's Orlando Jones. You know what Orlando Jones is, right? Okay, it's Orlando Jones, and he's talking to the slaves in the boat. You've never seen this? No. Okay, well, anyway, most people have gone and watched it because of his scenes, right? And he is super heavy in the second season, and he did magnificent. Almost every scene that he's in, you just get captivated by it, right? Well, he got fired. Okay, he got fired from the show, and
no
he
reason,
got
actually.
fired from the show because they said that they did not like his message that he was portraying in the show. The message he was portraying in the show was that basically black people need to stop taking shit from racists and things like that and stand up and fight and just stop taking shit, bro. Basically that. The show fired him. They said that it was not a good message, and that was their reason. But then they continue to use his name and face to promote the show before they had even told him that he was no longer in the show.
Even though he wrote most of the characters.
Yeah, so
that was basically his show for the most part.
He went on set. He got the role for Nazi. He went on set. He said that they didn't even have his character written at all. They didn't write him at all. So he wrote his entire character. He then turned around. He wrote both of the black gods that's in the show. He also wrote for Shadow Moon, who was the main character. And he produced all of this. And he wrote for Mr. Wednesday, who was Odin, who was the other main character of the show. And a bunch of the other people. And they did not pay him. They did not take him off his contract, but they are not paying him. And
they say he went like 20. He said he went like 24 months. No, 28 months
without
being paid.
Yeah, without being paid. And he's in a legal battle now because they won't give him. They won't pay him. And
Or they won't let him on his contract.
So
And
he
they
got
won't let him on
fired,
his
but he
contract.
basically wrote the show and he not getting paid for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they used.
And they're using his face. Like in the third season's trailer, his face is in the third season's trailer, even though he's not in the third season. He also said in the interview that they did not actually tell him for a while that he was no longer even in the show.
So they put his face in the trailer without telling him that he was fired.
Yeah. So they continue to use him even though
He trying to get that money, man. He need to.
he needs to get that money. But it's really crazy to see, you don't often get to see like or hear the back end of how dirty Hollywood really is. Usually that shit doesn't get as publicized. They sign DNRs or whatever and they can't talk about it or whatever.
Just like game shows and shit.
Yeah. But like, it's really like that is, how do you win? Like Orlando Jones, I remember watching him when he was a comedic actor, right? Years ago. I was a child at that point. I was a child when the height of his career was really even going on.
And he said he gave up comedy because people wasn't taking him serious whenever he was trying to do a drama.
Yeah.
Shit. He was like, you can't. That people was like, you're a buffoon.
I feel like
You
we
wanna
watched
know
the
what?
same podcast.
If that's the case, I think I do know who you got to talk about that. Because I think I remember hearing about the guy that people weren't taking him seriously and stuff, so he ended up. I don't know. Will said, sounds like something that happens in the music industry all the time.
Oh yeah. musicians get producers get blackballed quick.
Damn it! I just had a thought in my fucking head.
Producers get blackballed quick.
No,
it happens
that-
in a
no.
Blackballed.
No, it was way before this. Too late. It's gone.
Ain't nobody got time for Hollywood. Bump them. Sounds like something that happens in the music industry all the time. Yeah, I'm trying to draw this.
I'll be reading it.
No, it's not that.
I remember what I was about to say. Outside, you was reading all that to try to.
I was trying to throw your ball.
Even and on top of all of that, bro. Outside of Orlando Jones' scenes, like that show is actually pretty
Boring.
ass.
It's boring.
The show is like nothing actually happens. It's super complicated and confusing. Like the first season was so out there that you had no idea what the fuck was going on.
It wasn't even. It didn't even look like it was like old guys versus new guys. It went from basically old worship to us worshiping technology.
Yeah.
It didn't seem like old guys versus new guys. And like the first episode pulls you in because he just got out of prison, and then they start showing visual effects, and then they showed the black goddess and how she pretty much devours them through sex.
Yeah.
That's what pulled me. I'm like, yo, this is scary.
But
Like,
apparently
it's scary.
they've written her off. They've basically written her off the show too.
Yeah, you see how they changed her character completely.
Yeah.
By the end of the second season. So I mean, I don't doubt that they took her off too. And then he wrote for the Jinn also, which I mean, he didn't do much, but I did like what he represented.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that show is going to shit. It went to shit now.
Hey, what's up, Joe Conley? I don't know who you are. But
Joe
He's on our bros.
from
Yes.
Hey.
Don't look at me and say from like I'm supposed to know. So yeah, it's really crazy that
I mean,
you can have his name, and you can do so much work and get so many people money, and then just get completely fucked.
And it's crazy because that's costing the shareholders money. And as a company, you have a legal obligation a legal and financial obligation to make sure that your shareholders get a return on their investments, and they're not. That costs them hella money to get rid of him in the first
The
place.
other part about that also is that you can only watch American Gods by having stars.
Mm-hmm.
And I only got stars to watch American Gods. Like, so the other thing is like, there's not like the network stars is gonna see a huge drop in people who their subscriptions, because the only reason people was going on there to watch shows was to watch American Gods, and the only
American
reason
Gods
they was
and
watching
Power.
American Gods, Power's done.
Ghost is. I don't know what they doing. They stopped that.
No, they're doing that little kid version of Power.
His son,
That's Ghost. That's Ghost, and they haven't been
They're
like.
calling him Ghost.
No, they're not calling him Ghost. But like they haven't been keeping up with the episodes. Like they haven't uploaded a new one. There's only been 6, so unless that's the season finale, which it shouldn't be, like they
It probably
don't.
got canceled, bro.
Stars. No, it was actually numbers was doing good. But either way, Stars ain't got nothing else outside of those two.
Yeah, the rest of the shows on Stars don't even look appealing. And I tend to not watch many things if I see, and I don't know if this is a problem or not, but if I don't see any actual representation in the trailer or something, I tend to
You should
not
watch
watch the
Ambitions
shows.
on Stars. Ambitions was pretty.
Like,
Will said he feels like they're trying to do the same thing with Nick Cannon,
oh yeah,
I wouldn't say you.
like taking him away and then trying to reboot.
because they're
Oh,
trying
shit,
to
I forgot.
reboot. They're gonna
I
try to
forgot.
reboot Wild 'N Out. What
Why
are you
does he
doing?
keep doing?
What are you
Ignore
doing?
him.
They're
Well,
trying
for
to
the moment you were
reboot.
talking about things that I didn't know, so
Oh,
I was agreeing.
Yeah, with Wild 'N Out, they're definitely trying to bring it back, even though Nick Cannon is the whole reason why Wild 'N Out got back to being as successful as it used to be. Remember, Wild 'N Out was gone for a very long period of time. Like, that shit was not there. It wasn't until Nick went and he said, let's just go get these YouTubers, let's go get these social media
Battle
people.
rappers.
And and the battle rappers, yeah. Let's put them all together and be on here. And they created such a dope show built around black culture. And the biggest problem is that they're gonna try to reboot this show, the amount of people that was watching it wasn't black people, and those black people didn't ride for Nick Cannon at all. Like,
It's gonna be one of those. Are we gonna address the elephant in the room?
yeah,
I noticed Nick's not on stage. Oh, they're just having a little conversation.
Yeah, no. But I forgot that they were trying to bring it back. Yeah, so they're definitely going to try to do the same thing with Nick.
Yeah,
For sure.
very
But
dope.
I'm glad that people really ain't trying to go for that. They're not. Like, I'm not watching this fucking.
I'm glad that the people
I'll
who
probably watch
worked,
the first episode.
I'm glad for the people
Give it a
who
chance.
worked
I want to see what
for
it looks
Nick.
like.
I'm glad that the people who worked for Nick, like the content
Mikey
creators,
Day.
aren't just like, yeah, I'm gonna just hop back on the show. Now, I would definitely understand if some of them do hop on the show, like some of them who aren't necessarily doing anything else at this point in time in their career. But I'm glad the people who made the show as great as it is now, like I hope I don't see Conceited back on there. I'm glad I'm not gonna see Chico being Carlos or DC on there. Like them older people who's basically been there for all like the whole reboot of the show. Like I hope that they don't come back unless they absolutely have to, because they really should show that type of respect and hold down for the person who got them.
Loyalty.
Yeah, it's the loyalty.
What do you say?
I don't know who Mikey Day is.
Oh, so he was part of the original Wild 'N Out cast. They've been bringing back a lot of people from the
Wait.
original cast.
It's,
He was the tall,
the
skinny
tall
white
white
guy.
Yeah, okay.
He was funny. I see why Kevin. He was
White
funny.
man's hero.
He was funny. And then
He
they
had-
brought back Spanky. They bring.
Spanky wasn't that funny.
He was funny as fuck back then. Now he's and
Which one's Spanky?
He used
I
to
think
be
he
the
the
big
guy
guy.
with the.
The who?
he used to be the big guy. He was the big guy
No,
at that time.
he's not the guy I'm talking about. There.
But not like he brought back a couple people from the older shows. But yeah, I mean,
He was the
It's
one
got-
consistent white guy on the show.
it died out, and I mean,
We don't need no more
we
Wild 'N
don't-
Out.
It ran its.
I'm gonna watch the first episode because I want to see what.
No, I'm not.
I want to
I ain't
know
gonna
who.
say it died out,
I want
it
to know
ran its
who's
course.
on the show, and I want to see what they're gonna try to do. I'm gonna see if they're gonna try to play it like nothing, like
Oh, just
they're-
pick
they're-
up with the
like
same
business as
games.
usual.
Pick up and killing it. Shut this shit up.
Shut up!
So what's
Pick
the next
up and
topic on
kill
the docket?
it,
So
On
the next
docket.
the next topic we have on the docket.
bro. You are an hour and 16 minutes late for that.
He already did it.
Exactly. So what are you doing?
Because I just said, what's the next topic on the docket? So
Now
I
you
was
gotta
saying
say
on the
back. on
So the
docket.
next, I'll let you choose.
Oh. So I was watching. So when I was at April's parents' house,
Yeah.
he was talking about. He had asked if I watched The Voice. Bruh, I have been so played out on The Voice, American Idol, America's Got Talent, The Four, all of them shows. Because first of all, American Idol was already. I didn't like American Idol. I liked America's Got Talent until a little girl that sings won. I don't understand how a vocalist wins on that show. I love music and I love my vocalists. But how the fuck are y'all beating dancers, gymnastics, all of that? How are you beating that?
I hate when bass people get the golden buzzer. It's like, you're not doing that.
Bro, when the Civil War starts, I'll make sure to keep watching this show. I'm dead. This man's funny. The Voice was my go-to because of Adam Levine. Adam Levine is the only coach on The Voice that I have ever seen give actual feedback that you can actually go back and work on. Everybody else is just so. I wasn't feeling it. You know, I need more from you. What does that mean?
You know what that teacher? Not quite.
Bro, Adam Levine is the only person that literally says, in this section, I think you should do this, and this is what it will do. Let's do it. I need more from you here. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Like what?
Yeah. So, like, in this section, like, I just think we can just take it, like,
Joe said,
damn.
Joe said, but John Legend though.
John Lennon is the fucking golden coach, though. Truth be heard, could you imagine? No, I don't like John Legend either.
I mean,
Because he's the same way.
and let's be real, with American Idol, nobody watches past the auditions.
Bro, first of all, forget Katy Perry.
She won on American Idol?
She's
No,
she's
she
one
was
of the
a
judges.
judge.
It's Katy
Wait a
Perry.
minute. American Idol is still going on?
Yes.
Oh, it's Katy Perry, Lionel Richie, and is it Luke Bryan? It's a country dude.
I grew up in the age of Simon Cowell.
People still
Come on,
audition?
I give it a no.
People
This wasn't
still
feeling it.
audition
No.
for American Idol?
Yeah.
Like,
And it's crazy because the top 5 contestants, they are wrapped in contracts. And they can't perform anywhere else outside of, like they are in a record deal with American Idol now. So it's like they are stuck in that shit. So even if you don't win, you can't do shit else until like a few years later after your contract's up.
And you just gotta hope.
Also,
You
let
just
me
gotta
take
hope
back.
people like you.
I'm gonna take back what I said about John. I don't like John in the first ones because usually after they get past a couple of rounds, then he starts getting to the nitty gritty. So I'll give him that because Adam Levine's not there anymore. Rest in peace from the show. He's not dead. If you did not know that, he's not dead. But it's just nothing annoys me more than when you go on a show to not only compete, but a lot of those people are not professionally trained. So the show is to see the talent that's there,
Potential.
and then take it to the next level. But with the kind of feedback and with the kind of coaching they actually give them, they never change.
Yeah.
It's always the same people singing the same songs that fit them the best. And the only reason that it really triggers me is because it'd be the same church singers. And they all sound kind of basically similar. A lot of runs and a lot of loud shouting, which I mean, everybody's not like that. I don't want to downplay the talent. But the coach's job is to give them specific things to work on because they are not professionally trained,
Like they
and
do.
they never do. What's the country dude's name on The Voice? Damn, I know his name. Like, I'm tripping. I'm straight.
Straight as Luke Bryan.
No, on The Voice. Damn, what is his name?
I can honestly tell you I've never watched a full.
I'll say
episode
this.
of
I
The
worked
Voice,
for
so-
Luke Bryan in Nashville, and that team is trash. Lionel Richie is by far the most credible judge on America. I can believe that.
I think his name is Luke Bryan.
No, the dude on The Voice is not Luke Bryan. The dude on The Voice, Blake Shelton. Blake
Ah,
Shelton.
shit.
Of course, April came in for the second.
Blake Shelton! I know that! Now, my favorite stuff is watching the real bad auditions. Oh, my God. Now, that is something I will go to YouTube for. The worst American Idol auditions. Now, that's only because all of those auditions, for the most part, include Simon Cowell.
And you know what, though? I don't see how they ever make it that far because before you even get to them, they have to do like a pre-audition.
Those
they're
people aren't real. Those people are staged.
Fake.
They're fake.
Like, okay. I'm
He
sure-
tied you to the kitchen chair. And,
That nigga would have never made it. First off,
How do you have
let's
the
be-
nerve to
first
have
off,
pre-auditions and
there's
those people
no way.
get on the show?
There's no way those three judges spend the entire day listening to that big ass room of people. No way in
There's
hell.
no
There's no way.
way.
They take the 5 that they pre-approved. They take another 5 that they hired themselves to give the show character.
I
and
don't.
fun.
Now, I don't think they hired them. I think they just let them buy.
No, I think they hired them.
So you think those people are just fake being bad?
Because that's.
I 100%
that's
believe
what-
that those people are bad, and they say. "We'll
I
let
can
you do it."
believe that they're bad, but I believe that they hired them to do it.
What about the
Here's the
Shazam
thing:
guy?
you can easily
Teabags.
put somebody on the screen and say, "We'll pay you to get on here and make us more money. We need you to look stupid because people actually only watch this part to see the bad people."
But think about this though. They don't have to pay those people. If you find people that are bad that think they are good and let them buy, you
Oh,
don't
you
even
right.
have to
Yeah,
pay
you
them.
And you also got to think when American Idol first started, they were the only show like them.
Bro,
So-
Kevin said Simon Cowell is my idol. He is the American Idol. Bro, Simon is funny. Like, Simon's ruthlessness always made my day for the most part.
That's because you're an asshole.
Yeah, I'll take that. But it was literally, Paula would try to be like, it just... and then
Nah.
it was just But then Simon has to go the extra... That was literally...
Let me
So,
tell you why
Simon said last season...
I just want to say that Kevin said that was correct, and it's been proven that they do hire people entertaining. But
I didn't
bad
say
for
he was
entertainment. Oh no, I
No,
just
he was
wanna
just
make
trying to point that out.
Oh.
sure. Yeah, you know that I'm right.
JD is right. They hear that, then put you through even if you're trash. But the three-man judges truly don't know what they're about to hear. Joe said, truth, I've done an audition for the sing-off, and it was like 15,000 people just one day in Nashville. No way they aren't staged. The
No
real
way
Si-
they on stage.
The real Simon is super cool, basically like Gordon Ramsay.
Especially not here in Nashville. They ain't letting all them people in there in Nashville. First off, where you gonna find them? If you been to Nashville, you know ain't no parking nowhere. There ain't not a lick of
You find
parking.
a parking for 15,000 people?
You find a parking in
You can't even
Nashville?
find parking for 20 people. The fuck?
Come on now.
I like
Come
Simon
on
Breakfast.
now.
He said last season I told somebody they were the worst audition I've ever seen. Congratulations. You are now the worst audition I've ever seen.
Yes.
Oh my God! Do you know what video he's talking about?
Oh,
He literally said, "Congratulations
Oh, with Gordon
for
Ramsay.
being the worst dish of the night." Simon's on. What is he on? Is he on America's Got Talent?
Yeah,
I don't like the new. Is it Britain's Got?
Yeah.
Nah, he's on there with Howie and
He's on
the model.
Yeah, it's Britain's Got Talent.
That's
Howie's not on
America's
Britain's Got
He's
Talent.
not on America Got Talent anymore.
Bro, he might not be today.
Oh.
You sure? Because I thought it was
I'm
him,
almost
Gabrielle Union, and Howie.
Gabrielle Union?
Yeah.
Why the fuck would Gabrielle Union be?
Bro, she was on the
It's
panel.
Americans Got Talent. It's Americans Got Talent, which means
Well, I love Gordon Ramsay. My three.
acting is a talent, nigga.
I mean, yeah, I get that, but nobody's going to America Got Talent for acting.
Where
For acting? How do you judge that?
magicians
Monologue.
act.
That's
a
magic
performance.
though.
That's a performance. So
That's still a
acting.
performance.
Okay,
That's
you know
acting.
You
what?
can't judge
Just
it.
everything,
I give you that.
everybody that
goes.
goes up there and they do something, it's an act. They're
What's
I
acting.
get that. I get that. It's just I don't see.
Will
how
said
she
y'all
can,
have
but
to
I
watch
get it.
videos of Gordon going off. Dude, it's hilarious.
Oh, of course.
Also, those people being on the panel is also for people to come watch the show.
That's true.
Her audience to come watch the show. I don't dislike the Simon on America's Got Talent, but bruh, he is not American.
He's not a vocal.
You had
slice.
American Idol Simon, and then you had X Factor Simon, and I think they told him like, bruh.
You gotta chill.
The same reason how Gordon Ramsay goes off, but he's now like sarcastic. He doesn't yell anymore.
No. Yes, he still does.
Not nearly as
Not
much.
nearly
I've
as
seen
not-
him.
not
Hell's
nearly
Kitchen is
as
not a
much
show anymore.
as
Huh.
Not-
Hell's Kitchen is not a show anymore.
All right.
It's MasterChef now. She got you watching reruns.
It's because nigga. Because that nigga.
Simon is not as much as a savage as he used to be.
You
But-
hurt my friend's feelings. You can tell I meant that.
But also, again, even with shows like America's Got Talent, I've watched videos of them literally hit their buzzer before somebody's finished. Like that one where the chick was drawing, and before she even got done, they had literally hit their buzzers. And then she turns it over, and it was a masterpiece, and they all loved it, but it's too late.
No, they can't revert that. They can't.
No, you didn't. All of them already hit the X's. But like specifically the vocal shows, bro. People go there for actual feedback. I would like actual feedback. The Voice was the closest to that, and I don't even watch The Voice anymore because it seems it is just now coming to.
what was the other show outside of The Voice?
There was The Voice, The X Factor,
Four.
American Idol, and The Four.
The Four.
I hated The Four.
Why? I didn't watch none of them shit. So.
I hated The Four because The Four was even worse.
Because the show is literally meant for you to try different things. And then when people try different things and it was actually good, it's like, y'all fucking
I didn't like the
crucified them for it.
concept of The Four. I liked the four people are up there. I didn't like that you go up there. They now have to deem if you're even worthy to go up against someone in The Four, and then you have to go up against someone in The Four, and then the judging. The feedback was just terrible.
That
Nah,
show's
man,
funny,
it was DJ Khaled, Meghan Trainor, and P Diddy.
First off, I don't want DJ Khaled telling me shit. I don't want DJ Khaled telling
I just
me.
wasn't feeling it. What can I take home? Because when you don't make it, all of them tell you to come back and try again. What can I take home and try again with that kind of feedback? I wasn't feeling it.
They actually, the judges end up doing the popularity contest shit too. And it's just like,
Kevin said, didn't The Four have Meghan Trainor? She was trash, she'd be hurt.
yeah, she's not a.
But like,
She's never good.
I think what disappoints me the most is these are all people that are supposed to be role models in the industry. You are supposed to tell me based on your experience, you are supposed to give me the tools to be able to break into your world.
But
that is
the truth of the matter is that
That's not what they're there for.
already established artists don't want you to.
They don't
break
give a
into the
fuck.
world. They don't.
because now
This is
I'm
something-
on this show.
This is something
gonna
that I
force a
think.
change.
This is something that I think artists in general needs to understand. It is not other artists that get you opportunities. It's the engineers. It's the producers. It's the people who don't actually do none of the singing, dancing, hollering,
The
or
niggas
ripping.
that you don't see.
The niggas that you don't see, the niggas who are there behind the cameras and behind all of it are the people who get you your actual jobs, get you into those positions. No artist wants you to come into their game and make it more difficult to them because every artist know
already.
every artist know that a new artist it's like new pussy. a new artist is always gonna be more interesting than an old one. People are gonna gravitate towards a new artist.
It's gonna force a change in style, and if your style is not there or you can't adapt, bye bye.
Yeah.
I always make the joke that I expect, not for all of the shows, but I always make the joke that the judges on those shows are people who don't want to have to focus on the music career at the time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Nah, I mean,
because focusing on a music career is complicated.
which I get.
It's complicated.
But again, that's what pisses me off is you're now taking whether they put out music is one thing, but you're taking a break for this. I need all of you, especially if I got somebody like John Legend, bro. I need all of you, bro.
Yeah.
All
of me.
All of you. I want to be where you at. You told me I'm good enough to be here. Now get me there.
Wanna be where you
They all talk about
are.
kitchen nightmares.
Well, actually, from there, everybody, we're actually gonna be wrapping up for today's
Kitchen
live.
nightmares gets wild too. I love when he rips into the. What are you? An idiot sandwich chef.
Nah, cause Kitchen Nightmares, bro.
You donkey.
It's like they be getting mad at him. It's like I am Gordon Ramsay. I have a multitude
What
of
if
restaurants.
people be
that are
having the nerve
successful.
to comment in their interviews? I don't know what makes him think he's so damn high in
I
my.
remember he went to a
That
soul
person
food.
staged.
Do you not know why?
That
Bro,
person
he went to a
staged.
soul food restaurant. And that was like, you don't know how to make soul food. I guarantee he makes this better than you.
Theo is
I
correct.
can almost guarantee.
I've never seen an artist really care about another. Out of every artist teams I've worked with, no artist really knew another well enough to be able to help another. It's all about the managers and agents. The artists are a product, which is cool, but needs to be understood.
And artists don't understand that. I literally see artists and I deal with artists, and artists be like, yeah, man, I really just be working with myself because I got my own thing going over here. I
That's
got
not
my
gonna get you
own
nowhere.
sound and shit. That shit ain't gonna get you nowhere. No other artist artist will hear you and think that you cool and be like, yeah, man, that shit dope. And go on with making their shit. They not worried about. It's even difficult to get It's difficult to get artists to work with artists. So how do you think that you're gonna get known? Yes, it is so difficult.
Well, then actually, you know what?
How many situations
You're
have you
right.
actually been in where an artist is working with another
Outside
artist?
of the ones that we know of, that's like outside of the ones we know of, and the one for my personal project, that one was simple for me.
Yeah,
But,
but all of them aren't simple like that. Most artists are so picky about their own style that they don't want someone coming in and messing with it. And the thing artists don't understand is that your producer, your engineer, and things like that, when they be talking to other producers and they got projects and they're saying, yeah, we looking for someone to get on this track.
That's how you get it.
that's how you.
I'm not
just
gonna
fucked
tell.
up your
I'm not gonna
reputation.
tell the person who has a good sound but can't get along with nobody or is too picky about the music that he works on. Like, you can have your sound, you can have your thing, and you can be picky with only your shit, only. But when it comes to getting into the industry, the music industry is an industry based on 100% networking.
Word of mouth.
It's all word of mouth.
That is the truest thing.
I've literally never. I want that unpinned. I've literally had people come to me looking for certain artists, like people that I used to know in school, and shit, coming to me and be like, yeah, I got this project. You got anybody in mind? And I just be telling them no. I just be like, no, I don't, because like I don't have enough art. There's not enough artists around that I think that will fit the style that would be good to work with.
That are willing to just kind of change it up.
Yeah.
And also, you got to think. Let's say you do recommend somebody, and then they go over there and
And
they
act
start
a
acting
damn
a damn
fool.
ass.
And then that's my name.
That's your name. That's fuck.
You not doing that to
You're not
me.
trustworthy.
Hey, go ask Theo. No, I ain't asking Theo.
Especially
for
since
nobody
I'm just now putting my foot into this world, like knee deep. And then, like, now you finna fuck this up? No, I'll be down.
I'll be down. Be gone.
Artists also don't understand how to take criticism.
They don't.
Because, I mean, granted, that's a people problem in general. Is when somebody criticizes you, it's not saying you bad.
Yeah.
Because like this is their work.
But you're
It's like-
obviously not perfect.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd be a superstar. This is what I am saying. I am observing. You can take it or leave it, but don't be offended.
If I tell you to switch this part up right here, I'm not saying it
Just
was
try
because
it.
you were bad. I'm saying
It
let's
could be
try
better.
something.
It's
It
what
could
I'm
be better.
hearing. Let's try it. We can both listen to it. It might not work.
And with an artist that I was working with, I told them, look, it is my job as your producer to bring out the best part of you that I see fit. Yes, this is your song at the end of the day, and you have the final say so. But you are paying me to bring out something in you that you don't even know yourself.
Yeah, one of the biggest things is, and this mentality definitely came when people like Chance the Rapper got big and they started doing it on their own. So now everybody's doing it on their own, and now we're in a culture where it's done on your own.
But he also has a producer.
And you're not looking into, getting signed or anything. So people think that having someone else's opinion on your song is a bad thing, because that used to be the thought. It used to be
working
that
on your own means literally doing everything.
Yeah, people think it used to be that people were afraid that a label would completely change your style. That was the thing. But that's not the thing anymore. But artists still act like that. So when you try to go in, you try to tell them, hey, try this, try that. Hey, this part's a little funky, redo that. They not about it. But the problem is that artists. The thing about artists, and I'm partially an artist. I don't put shit out, but I'm partially an artist. I understand the part of not wanting your stuff to be messed with, right? I get it. It's your music. You want it great. Here's the thing. You're not only an artist because you just want to make music. You're an artist because you want to make money. And in order to make money, some of your songs gonna have to switch it up and fit the style and beat.
I struggle with that also, with the music that I produce myself. Like with I'm the One, you would pretty much tell me like, this is good, but there's a lot of holes. There's a lot of holes and it's missing. Like that was a hard pill for me to swallow. And it was just like, you have to understand that you're not the only one listening to this. You're probably gonna love it, but the people who's actually gonna try to string this shit.
It don't matter that you love it.
It don't matter that you love it. Honestly.
Tekashi 6ix9ine said he didn't love most of his shit.
And I can believe it.
I know for a fact he knows he's putting out bullshit.
He literally said, "Got that drip, got that." What is that?
Oh, he actually had. That was an interview.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck am I saying?
Will
but
said,
people ate it up.
I just don't want to put people on that aren't ready because that makes your judgment look bad.
Yes.
Which, granted, that also comes with the conversation. If somebody does ask you, being honest with where that person is. So then that's up to them if they still want to do it or not.
Yeah.
Kevin said, anytime you put your name to something, make it count. As a producer, it hits different slightly. Artist, producer, or otherwise, that was my biggest lesson in Nashville. Even the biggest people are thinking small scale and are still on the hustle.
And that's the thing. You can make a career out of being in the music industry, but like music industry people, they do multiple things. Mm-hmm. Like they got multiple jobs. They are always doing something. They're not there. It's very rare that you see a producer or someone working on one project. Like it's very rare that you see it unless that project is huge.
Exactly. And I'm working on 2 separate projects now, and that's outside of the one that's outside of the other one. And I ain't gonna lie to you, it's only 2 of them, but I am struggling. It's hard. Like it is so hard to produce and then actually write these lyrics, make the beats and all this other shit, and it's stressful. And just imagine what people that are actually in higher up in the industry, how many different projects they have working on now. It's crazy. But at the same time, they're probably just paying somebody else to produce it and then slapping their name on it. I wouldn't doubt that.
Kevin said, because when they hit, they gotta hit bigger. They'll be known for not hitting big.
Yep.
Will said that's why his next album is gonna have different artists. He's a producer, and he didn't want his C+ bars getting in the way of his A+ instrumentals.
Which is true.
I feel that.
Which is so big. But from there, everybody, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up this late night bullshit. As always, we thank you all for tuning in with us and talking with us. We love it. It's the highlight of our week. We're working on big things, but we can't tell you yet. What'd you say?
Huh?
What'd you say? Make sure that you're liking this video and that you're sharing it. Please make sure you're sharing it. It's always a big help. We also have a YouTube channel under Tune Up Entertainment, RPNB. You can search either and you can find us. Please go subscribe to that. Don't nobody watch the videos, but subscribe if you can. And other than that,
Any final thoughts, Theo? Any final thoughts?
I was just about to say that we are getting back to Party and Bullshit, which he didn't say.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, we are getting back to regular Party and Bullshit. So coming out with a weekly video like we used to do months ago. So
it won't be like we used to.
Yeah, it'd be
Be
different.
more focused on reactions, challenges, basically, so we can keep this topic, we can keep this like discussion element of it, and then that is the, I guess, funnier part.
Yeah.
That's the actual party and bullshit. This is the late night bullshit.
Yeah.
KJ,
So-
any thoughts?
I just said
I mean, that was information, but what are your own impression? Any
no,
thing?
no.
Stay true. Don't let a bitch take your money.
My final thoughts, y'all.
Cause I'm a gangbanger.
Whenever you flush the toilet, make sure you have the seat down, because when you flush the toilet while the upper seat is open, that shit splashes out. It does, and it's fucking disgusting. People don't do that. Close the shit. Men, when you after you get done pissing, even if it's just a piss, take 1 square of tissue, dab the tip of your dick, please. Nobody likes pissy boxers. Ladies, front to back. That's all I got to say.
All right, everybody. Outside of that, it's Virgil,
It's KJ.
Omega Mel.
and y'all have a magnificent night.
Are my shades over there?
Yes, they are.
I was trying to make.
Here. So the people can see you one good time.
Turn the stream off.